Welcome to the Heated Archives podcast, a smutfic podcast where your heated rivalry fan fiction addiction is accepted and talked about. Do you have too many tabs open? We do too. Come join us as we explore some of the great fics in this community. In this home, we believe that all fanfics are valid, don't kink shame, don't like, don't read, and mpreg is possible. We're your hosts. I'm Micah.
I'm Jeka.
I'm Allie. Till My Bones Collapse Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Guess who's back again?
Guess who's back? Jeka's
I'm
back.
gonna be re-recording this podcast until my bones collapse. I feel like.
Yep.
Micah, instead of maybe our good thing for the week, you can just rant about Craig.
I don't even remember what my good thing about the week was.
Neither do I.
We can't recreate it. We just have to do a new one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Nothing good happened this week. Actually.
Liar told you that.
It is a lie. You told
we
you
got
that.
1,000 followers on Threads.
Yeah.
Because we bribed them.
Yes. I would like it known that I do not condone bribery.
I do, motherfuckers.
I do.
And
I
yes,
do.
I am aware you guys bribe. I will reap
It
the
worked.
benefits of your bribery.
It worked.
So for those that didn't know or see, Micah posted on our threads looking to up our follower count to 1,000 followers. We were close. So close. And so the carrot, if you will, the dangle that Micah launched out there was a 4th chapter of their newest fic, which is a cam boy Ilya fic. If you have been like the rest of threads down in our SSBL, you know where this came from. And Micah and Allie have been hard at work because Allie is helping Micah. So, Micah, I'm going to turn this over to you. Give yourself a shout out because you got us to 1,000. So, you get to shout out yourself.
I got us to 1,000 followers because I bribed, and bitches love bribery. I'm bitches. It's me.
Yes.
So I'm allowed to have login access, and I can log in whenever I want to the account and just post whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Apparently, Allie's beautiful spreadsheets aren't enough. Doing like a you pick the fanfic isn't enough. So how about I have this chapter just sitting here ready to go? What if I just dangle it and see what happens?
They don't need to know
And
that
it
we were
worked.
going to release the chapter today anyway.
Yeah, like it was gonna be there anyway. It's fine. Like surprise,
We were just
but
edging them a little bit. Just giving
well,
them a little taste. Little incentive.
It's for their own
it
good.
worked.
It's for their own good.
But that means we get to reveal our next little fun listener interaction thing.
Yeah.
My brain just quit.
I think I think an interaction, our next fan initiative, would be a good way.
But we haven't made the graphics yet because we didn't think we'd be at 1,000 this quickly. So,
AKA, I didn't make the graphics.
Well, I can help. I was gonna go on Canva.
I mean, okay. It makes it sound like Micah does everything, and let's be fair, Micah does do everything. We're just
except
here like
edit
to look
the
pretty.
episode that we already recorded. I didn't do that.
I'm the personality hire. Like I don't do anything.
I just put the stuff on the calendar.
Yeah,
they locked me in a closet.
We did not lock you in the closet.
I'm
actually I'm closet free today.
It's too hot to be in the closet. We
So yes,
This
are
is
we
take
gonna talk
2.
about? Yes, this is take 2.
yeah, we're
My
recording again.
wonderful, great, amazing, beautiful thing of the week. Very grateful for it is that the recording software I used failed me. And we had a beautiful episode recorded. Um, and it doesn't exist. I downloaded it and it didn't download. So can't recover it because it expired after a week. And Craig, the system I use, is just like, nope, you can't have it. And I didn't download it. I failed and didn't download it. You would think I paid almost $3,000 for a laptop. You would think it would work and the RAM on it would work, but apparently there was an issue with my RAM and it didn't download the 6 gigabyte file of our podcast. So I went to go edit it and nothing existed. So now, 2 days before this drops, this is fresh and I'm gonna have a busy night and a busy morning. And it was a great week because of that. I felt wonderful and accomplished, and I'm so
Mhm.
smart.
Right? And now we have backups in place because now we're paranoid.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, that's
Mhm.
yay for us, yay for backups, but,
Yep. You live and you
recording this
learn.
podcast at, 10:30 PM on a Saturday night when it goes out on Monday morning at 7 AM was
Eh,
not quite in my
I got
weekend
this.
plans.
I got this. It's fine. We
We
can do
have
this.
firm faith that Micah is going to deliver an amazing episode because if not, and they leave, we're fucked because Allie and I haven't got a sweet Jesus clue.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I'm
so
locking myself in the closet. I'm not allowed to write, and I'm
the
editing
yeah,
podcast.
the motivation I'm giving Micah is that Montreal Jane will not be online until the
oh,
podcast is edited.
oh, smart. I love it. I love it. Yes. Bye bye, Montreal Jane. There will be no interactions with XX Barry X.
Whatever.
I don't
He
even
sounds
remember
like
Very,
the
a
yeah.
freaking name.
screen he has a
It's
screenshot of,
bear,
like,
Yeah.
bear,
2004.
yeah. Yes, I
There, yeah.
know. It's because it's Bear and Ilya together. It's just Bear.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking
It's
corny.
it's Camboy Ilya, God. So that you guys get a slightly more unhinged episode because I feel like we lost
We
whatever the
lost the
heck we had
plot.
record. We lost the plot last time, so we're going a little off script this time, and that's fine. We're gonna wing it. Um, but Allie,
Yeah, hey.
are you going to talk? Or I guess I'm
Tags.
talking first. Are we doing tags
Tags.
first or me first?
Are you saying bags?
Tag.
Tags.
Tags?
T like tango. T is in
The
tango.
things
A is in
you
alpha.
read.
Okay, let me read the tags.
The
Yes, the
tags.
tags.
All
The
right, so the
tags for our
fic
pick.
is "Till My Bones Collapse" by Ilokheimsins. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ilokheimsins.
Ilokheimsis.
Ilokheimsins.
Yes.
Whatever that is. This is a
There.
heated rivalry fanfiction.
Oh, God.
The tags are minor original characters: Alpha Ilya Rosanov, Omega Shane Hollander, POV Ilya Rosanov, POV Shane Hollander, mutual pining, blowjobs, anal sex, jealousy, Alpha Beta Omega dynamics, top Ilya Rosanov, bottom Shane Hollander, biting, rimming, smut, sexual tension, wall sex, fluff, shower sex, hair pulling. These idiots have degrees in journalism, scenting. End of tags.
So this is an ABO or omegaverse, depending if you've heard those around. So as Ali said, it's Till My Bones Collapse by Ilokhems. We're gonna go with that.
Yep.
I really feel horrible. It's an Icelandic term.
Let's DM the
And
author after this and be like, can you spell it phonetically for us?
right, because I feel bad. Shout out to the author. I have a very hard name. You stumped me. So this fic is a whip. So it's our first whip. There are 11 chapters at 65,000 words. And the summary is: there's what feels like a million alpha scents oozing from the cracks of the ornate double doors he's paused in front of. Logically, he knows it's just 100. 100 alphas and their beta chaperones. 100 alphas carefully vetted by his mom, even though Omega matching balls are 60 years out of date. They'd whipped this one up special just for him because he's Shane Hollander. He's got 2 Stanley Cups and he's the face of so many different brands that they had wanted to show that they were all about the modern Omega. Shane sure as fucking hell didn't feel like a modern Omega when Crowell had unearthed the archaic rule from the depths of the league handbooks. Omegas must be mated by the age of 25 to be eligible to continue to play. So
I also want to
we're
point
going
out before we start real
Oh.
quick is that because we are re-recording this now, when we first recorded it, I went and commented on the fic on AO3 and the author responded. And we've been really lucky in every episode we've done so far. We've gotten like responses from the authors and it makes us really happy. So now we collected another one. And I just want to
Pokemon
read the
card.
comment real quick because it
Yeah,
made
do
me
it.
happy.
Yes.
And they
Yes.
said, "Oh, holy shit, I'm having big senpai noticed me feelings. I'm stoked y'all enjoyed it enough to want to talk about it on your podcast."
Yes.
Hey, so cute. So let's talk about something called the omegaverse. This is a trope. They call it a trope on fanlore.com. But it also can have some kink elements. But basically it's this like world building trope where there are different gender presentation and designations, and they're literally called alpha, beta, omega. Every so often it gets more complicated than that, but not in this fic, so we're not going to go into it. It's kind of this like hierarchical system, but each author then gets to decide if like it's like a caste system, and depending on how like totalitarian it is just kind of individual decision world building. Um but there's also an element sometimes built in where like the alphas are the doms and the omegas are the subs, and then the betas are just there to have fun and be themselves. I don't know. But this is a trope that the names of it are all borrowed from that really out of date uh wolf academic paper where the researcher was like, yeah, those wolves have a hierarchical structure with an alpha and everyone else is omegas. And fan fiction writers were like, yeah, that works, we'll use it. Um, so, it kind of depends on, too, like, each author gets to decide how animalistic these designations are as well. In some fics, they're really animalistic and they have like these fangs that can drop down and they have claws, and maybe I feel like some of them they even run on all fours if they're like feral and taken by the pheromones. I don't know. And
Yeah.
then
I've definitely read some more like primally
yeah.
ones for sure.
Yeah, there was one I read that was kind of scary. It was weird.
Oh,
There was like
not
venom
everything's for everybody.
involved. And
Oh,
also,
that's new.
yeah, I don't know. That one was a wild time. But anyway, this fic, um, it has less of the like primal omegaverse stuff. But it just has some of the basic things. So like the alphas are, usually the highest rank. They're the dominant ones. Um, they usually have more like fighting or growling, snarling. There's a lot of spreading pheromones in their territory, and they also are usually more temperamental, especially during their fertile time of the rut. The alphas also have like specific external genitalia called the knot, and it's basically a knot at the base of their sex organ that after they finish, it plugs it up just to give them a really good chance of insemination.
Yes, that was a very,
So
I felt
clinical.
like my vet was explaining something to me. Um,
So clinical.
so clinical.
The
So
penis has a ball on it. No.
pretty much, yeah.
And even like female alphas are able to impregnate omegas. I don't know the specific anatomy of it. If
It's
they just have
because they
like,
have a lock. They have a lock.
oh,
I've read a lot of
is that
omegaverse
like a
female apples.
fancy
They
uterus?
no eat. How
I've
much
never
time do
heard
you
of that
have?
before. Like, well,
Yeah.
we've got about
When
45 minutes left in this recording.
We are not spending the whole time talking about knots
It's
and
not in
locks,
this fix.
guys.
It's
Oh,
not in this
It's
fix.
not in the fix.
It's not in this fic. We'll off camera, off mic. You can give me the full rundown.
got it.
So alphas also usually have a very distinct scent, nature-based, more masculine. There's a lot of sandalwood happening, a lot of
Yes.
pine trees, cedar,
Bonfire.
bonfire. Yeah. If you ever need to pick some sort of like scent for an Omegaverse fic, just go look up the descriptions of the Yankee candles.
I was gonna say Bath and Body Works candles, those
Yeah,
big
yeah, yeah.
3-wick
No, the
ones,
Yankee
and just
candles
yeah.
or perfume notes. Oh, this person's scent has a hint of tonka bean in it.
What
It's
the
fine.
fuck is a Tonka
Tobacco,
bean?
It's in like half the perfume. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
a little ode of vanilla and
Oud.
tobacco.
Some
And
oud.
cinnamon.
Ugh, fuck. I hate cinnamon. Okay. Sorry, that's just my natural reaction to cinnamon. No, thank you. So betas are like very neutral or null.
They're like your everyday human,
Yeah,
like us right now.
they don't have the territorial instincts. They don't really have strong scents usually. They don't have the pheromone issues. I think a
Mhm.
lot of Omegaverse fics have betas almost be like infertile too sometimes. Which is
Some of
kind of,
them, yeah, I've definitely seen that for sure.
but also I think some fics have like also the normal or not normal necessarily, but regular like male female fertility as well. So it's not just alpha omega, it's also male female, but it's less likely to happen compared to alpha omega. I don't
It's
know.
I mean, it's definitely
The
a
science
spectrum,
isn't real and the points don't matter. So,
right? It's and everybody who decides to write an Omegaverse really can pick and choose the bits that they want in like this kind of smorgasbord of bits of Omegaverse lore,
tropes. Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, and then omegas are usually in a lot of the world building separate from this dominance hierarchy, especially in social situations. Omegas are kind of the lowest ones. They're not trying to fight people for territory. They're not considered fighters, but every fic has its own journey. And usually very submissive. There's during their heats, which is their fertile time once a month, they have something called slick, or maybe that just happens during sex, but they're self lubricating.
It's all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
There's a meme about Shane Slick.
It's glittery and it's
It's glittery.
beautiful. And if the person that posts that all the time is listening to this, please post
We
more.
do. We love you.
Yeah.
Um, and usually, omegas are more caregivers and more like comforting roles in some societies, guiding, nurturing, teachers, etc. But they're also usually not as strong as like alphas, and they tend to have like sweeter, more gourmand scents. So like more food-based scents. Yeah, I'm looking at this. They're the ones that have the ability to be pregnant. So this is where the mpreg aspect of it comes in. Shout out Dean Winchester, the original Omegaverse mpreg victim. And yeah, during their heats, they usually have a few days where they mindlessly want to breed.
And they make
And
nests.
and they make nests. There's cute nests. Sometimes they're really comforted by the scent of their alpha. Some fics where there's more like fascism happening, omegas don't have rights and are basically like sex slaves. So again, omegaverse is all a choose your own adventure. In this fic, there's none of that. You know, it seems like omegas seem to have the same rights as everyone else, almost. But we'll see as we keep reading, right? Some aspect of alphas are they are able to like command other designations with their alpha voice.
Alpha Bark.
Yeah, and
Arf, arf.
yeah, it's part of the dominant structure too. So like they can use alpha voice against other alphas, but they get real mad about it. And then omegas have the urge to like submit and follow whatever alpha voice is happening. Oh, I guess there's like different bonds that can happen with like mate bonds. And so some fics have people as like fated mates, soulmates. Some of them just have like there can be temporary mating bonds. There can be
Mhm.
bonds that are for social reasons and not like mating or sexual reasons. Usually that bond is formed by biting the scent glands. And, you know, everyone except for betas usually have these like scent glands on their necks and sometimes their hands. I don't know. There's a lot of sniffing of hands and necks.
Yes, definitely, a lot of scent going on.
Yeah, so that's where the scenting happens, and it's usually like a comforting thing between people who are close. But I think it can also be like a dominance thing too, if like an alpha forces an omega to scent them. I don't know how it all works, but part of courting is sometimes scenting objects and exchanging them. That's a big deal. Yeah,
I could
I
go
think
on for hours about the different things in Omegaverse.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think the other thing that is prominent in this fic is that with some of the mating bonds, there's very strict like societal rules, um, or these like
Mhm.
hierarchical like caste rules that are more instinctual. And so that's where like this mating ball comes in because I think in this society, unmated omegas are like risks. They might go into heat randomly, and we can't have that because if it happens around all the alphas, they go out of control. I don't know. It's a weird time.
Well,
Um,
in this fic specifically, like, even in the notes, they say, like, mating balls are out of date. Like, it
yeah.
hasn't happened in 60 years, but they're doing it for Shane Hollander because Shane Hollander is special TM.
Well, it's because
And
he didn't want to like try to
yes,
date around.
he didn't want, he figured it was easier. But as soon as they decided to do it this way, there was like a strict set of rules that definitely like encompassed this. Like, that was kind of interesting to see in the world building because they talk about it in one of the chapters. Like, once they decided to do the ball route, like Shane couldn't be pursued by any other alpha who was not in his list,
Right.
basically, which is kind of an interesting way of doing it.
It seems
So,
very Regency era, like Bridgerton. Like
Hmm.
they have to have the chaperones.
Chaperones.
They can't be alone together for some reason.
Yes.
And just very strict rules. And yeah, I think like the ball is just where Shane gets introduced to them all. And
Hmm.
then he decides based off of scent and the like 30 seconds of interaction if he wants to continue talking to them or not. And because
Yes.
it's
So
Shane,
this
the
is
answer is just
where
no to all of them.
this is where I love this fic though, because it has like a bit of a Cinderella vibe with the
Mm-hmm.
ball. Um, but it's like Cinderella meets The Bachelor.
Right.
Um,
Hot new
so
bombshell has entered the
and
villa.
yes, yes,
speaking
and
of our bachelors, who are our bachelors in this spec?
yes.
Who do we
So
got?
just for some context, the NHL decides to send 3 players to the ball. And that's an important thing because the NHL is obviously hoping if you pit two hockey players and they have a baby, it's going to be another amazing hockey player.
A super
That's what
hockey
they're hoping
baby.
for. A super hockey baby. And because Shane Hollander is Shane Hollander, TM, his baby is gonna like come out
Be
wearing
good at
skates or
hockey.
something.
Yeah.
So our bachelors, after Shane meets 100 alphas in the ballroom, he has to narrow it down to 5. And he actually has this the next morning, so the day after the ball, in a room with his parents. I think it's mostly Una that he's talking with. So our bachelors, number 1 is Carter Vaughn from the New York Admirals, NHL player and straight up certified straight boy. Rose Landry, actress, ex squad extraordinaire. A gentleman named Kroger, who is
Kruger.
the
Isn't it
goal.
Kruger?
Kruger? I don't know. Kroger. Undetermined
He's
on his name.
clearly important
Ha-
to the narrative.
Has no first name, just as
He's a
referred to as
goalie.
Kroger. He's a goalie for Edmonton. A man who is older, so I think they identify him into his mid-30s, who is a doctor named Jean-Louis, and who also bears a striking resemblance to bachelor number 5, who is one Ilya Rozanov, NHL player. So, these are our cast and crew. Throughout the ball, though, Shane does not really have much in the way of meaningful conversation
Yeah.
with any of these guys. And I mean, obviously, like he knows Roz and Vaughn and Kroger from playing against them, but like that's it, really.
He
Um,
feels safe with them because
yeah,
it recognizes them. They're not strangers. And he knows that they'll be like kind if they do
yes.
have to kind of go along with this for just the rules, right?
Mhm. And one thing that was really interesting to me is initially, like when the league poses like this rule that Shane has to be mated by 25, like they propose like could he just go to one of his buddies and like mate with his buddies so that it wouldn't really like fuck up his life. And I think that's why we see all 3 of the NHL players on this list because they're also playing hockey. So Shane knows if he were to pick one of them, they're in the same like headspace. They're playing, they're on the road, like they're doing all of that. So it's a very safe bet to keep all 3 of those hockey players on the
They're already
roster.
bros.
They're
Right.
already bros, except
They're
for
already
Rosanov,
bros.
but I
It's
mean,
fine.
Rosanov is Rosanov, and that's fine. Um, but it's very interesting how Rosanov ends up on the list.
Antagonism?
Well, not even the
Rage baiting?
antagonism
Or just
or
the
the
NHL
rage
made
baiting.
him? Or he does it as a
Well,
joke?
no,
I
because
don't know
the
what you're
NHL does
saying.
yeah, the NHL makes him, like, they
Oh,
submit
yeah,
his
yeah.
name without his knowing, but the final roster is the next morning, and Shane picks them. It's Shane's choice who these final 5 are,
Mhm.
and even his mom's a little surprised about Rosenoff being included, but what his
It's
mom doesn't know
because
Hey.
what happened with
he
Rosenoff, Micah?
he spent the night with him, and how could
Yes,
he
he
not put him on the list?
Well, yeah, so Ilya slipped Shane a note mid-ball
did.
and,
Mid-ball.
had done the thing that Ilya does where he tries to rage bait Shane,
Mhm.
and Ilya's treating the whole thing as a joke, and then he actually thinks about it for a second that, like, if Shane gets mated to someone who isn't chill, they're not gonna let Shane play hockey anymore.
Right.
And Ilya was like, "But wait, then nothing will be fun ever again.
Yes.
Now I have to win."
This was my favorite one of my favorite quotes, is about this. So, Ilya it's from chapter 1. Ilya is talking, like, thinking in his own head about this, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." And the quote says, Hollander is his fucking rival. He needs to be on the ice, moving like he was born with it in his blood, not chained to some half-wit loser who will nag him into stepping off. Maybe he'll end up with one of his teammates and they'll have a very vanilla life, and all that fire that burns inside Hollander will slowly go out under the pressure of starting a family. Fuck that. Ilya can do better than anyone else in this room, in the world even. He won't lose to some prissy little doctor or lawyer or whatever the hell of the other alphas in this room are. They can't provide Hollander the kind of fuel he needs in a mate. But Ilya knows that he can keep Hollander's fire stoked, feed it for as long as Hollander wants to play hockey or until injury forces his retirement. He knows every way to get under Hollander's skin, every tell, every minute reaction he has, and how to invoke it. Like fucking hell is he gonna let Hollander sink under the dragging undertone of some stupid alpha who doesn't know. This to me was the like quote, because this is what spurs Ilya.
It's his main motivation, his driving force, the
Yeah,
fire that burns inside of him. Is that
yes. And
hockey's
he is
only
like,
fun when Shane is there, and he realizes Shane
true.
might not be there, and also he
And
likes him
he
for the story.
cannot stand it
No,
at all.
absolutely not.
So he slips Shane a little notey note.
I think it just has his room number on it, and it says something
And a
like,
time.
yeah,
There is
like
a time.
if you want to not be bored, meet me here.
Yes. And he does. And
Yes.
insta hookup, because in every
Yeah,
world, Shane Hollander instantly falls for Ilya.
yeah, and it's modeled very similarly to the like post CCM hookup
Yes,
where they just do blowjobs.
exactly.
Um,
But
I think Shane
that
very
is
clearly sets a boundary of like, hey, I'm not ready to have like penetrative sex,
penetrative sex.
and Ilya's
Mhm.
like, totally cool. I can do other things like this, and then he
Let
blows
let
him.
me show you my talents.
Mm-hmm.
So, all in all, this is how Ilya gets on this list. And he actually says it like, "You'll put me on the list." And Shane's like, "Yeah." Like, it was so cute. Um, so now that we have our roster of bachelors, including Rose, I guess, bachelorette, um, here comes the next part, is the dating aspect of this. So this is taking place in like a weekend in Montreal. Um, so like everybody's in one space at that particular point, for this ball. And in order for them to date, the rules are it has to be public or it has to be chaperoned, I think, are the two rules. Um, so who steps up with our first date?
Ilya, of course he does.
Of course.
He's here
Of
to
course.
impress. He knows that he's to probably work a little harder than the other ones because of his like public persona.
For sure. For sure.
So he decides to be cute. He decides to take Shane ice skating. He's like, I know what we both like. Ice skating.
But then Hayden
Right.
fucking Pike is there
And then Hayden fucking Pike is there.
Ugh. Always.
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 with his
But
all of his children.
his, half a hockey team.
He's only got two of them.
I don't remember what
I,
timeline we're on.
I think it's just I think
Listen,
it's just
we
the
just want to
twins.
make fun of Hayden Pike.
I mean, valid.
Um, but yeah, it's kids' night at the aquarium, and that also includes uh an ice rink or something. And so they
Yeah,
skate.
it's like a temporary ice rink or some crazy
Yeah.
thing.
They skate, they have fun. I think Ilya gets a chance to interact with the kids too. Then Shane is like, "Oh my god, he's good with kids. Shit,
Right?
my
Right?
heart."
He's got to show. He's got to show Shane. Like,
Um,
he's got layers. He's like
yeah,
an ogre. He has layers like an onion.
yeah. So, I do think they also hook up again after that.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of hooking up. Like, this boy cannot go a day without touching that man's penis.
Hey, they're having a great time.
Valid.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's fine.
So our second date happens, I think, like the next day.
Yeah.
Um Vonnie enters the picture.
Yep, the obligatory date with the straight guy.
And it is so bro-coded.
So bro.
So bro. He literally texts him and is like, "Yo, what are you doing? You wanna go to the Alouettes game tonight?" Which is football,
Soccer.
CFL 4. No, real football.
I'm just saying, they're not gonna know.
They're well,
We
it's
have to
not soccer.
specify.
It's not
It's it's
soccer.
it's not American football.
It's Canadian football. It's
Yeah.
CFL. We're different. We
I
have
wouldn't have known what that meant.
4 downs and, like, a bigger field or some crazy shit.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what any of that means.
My nephew's played football for, like, years, and I still have to figure out what the fuck he does all the time.
I only recently learned the rules to a game called hockey.
Nice. Oh god. So
Don't
Vonnie
ask me to
takes
explain icing.
Shane out to the Alouettes game. It's very bro. They eat nachos and drink beer.
And
And
get photographed by the paparazzi.
yes. But, like, I think this is a really good date for Shane
Yeah.
because he needs, like, a moment. Like, there's a lot happening. And this is a great, like, downtime for Shane. He's just hanging with a bro. It's fine. They're
Mhm.
bros.
Gross.
And not in the
And
other
he
way.
knows that, like, Vaughn isn't gonna do anything, like, unexpected or that he's gonna have to, like, pretend to be attracted to him.
Yes.
So, he's like, "Yeah, this is just a chill hang." I think Carter Vaughn bought him the drinks and the food, but that's because
Yes, with
all of
the
the
NHL's
bachelors
credit
yeah,
cards.
all of the bachelors got, like, either credit cards or independently
Well,
wealthy.
yeah, so the NHL provided the NHL sponsored alphas with credit cards. Like,
They're
"Here,
like,
use our
"Yeah,
money to date Shane Holland,"
wine and dine."
right? So yeah, Carter, it's a really chill time. I think it's really good for Shane to have, like, a break from Ilya and his intense campaign to win Shane. Um, he gets a little bit of a breather, gets to just hang with someone that he's comfortable with,
Yeah.
which is nice. I do like that.
Jensen or no, why did I say Jensen?
You were thinking about
I
You
is it the
still got
natural?
Dean on the mind.
I don't know. I
I
was
never know which one's
trying
which,
to
by the
say
way.
your name, Micah. I don't know. I think
Micah,
I
wow,
saw
okay,
I'm looking at my notes and I think
What?
I saw
What?
Jean the other
What?
guy's name. I don't know. I'm
Am I
Micah
in
and
this thing?
Jensen do not mesh together, Allie.
just like cut that
I
out
mean, if
so that
we
I
were in
don't
an
cut them.
omegaverse,
Anyway, Micah, tell us about the next date.
Yes.
the next day after the football, soccer, who
It's not
knows,
soccer.
one of
It's
those,
football.
it
It's
was
football.
the sport. They went to a sporting event.
Sports.
So the next one is back with Ilya, because he's trying real hard. He's got to get the most dates. They go, quote unquote, fishing on a yacht with Svetlana because she has to chaperone. I think maybe they briefly look at the fish on their way into the private room. They might wave to the fish, maybe.
They
And
couldn't
then
see
they're
any. They couldn't
just
find any, so they had to just chill.
Did we see any
they
fish? Were any
no, he
fish
was
noted?
too busy just eating ass, and that's about it.
Hey.
And fish were the breeze and the wind, probably. I don't know. They were in the next room.
Hint of fish.
I hint of fish.
Yeah, there
The
was no
But
best
yeah,
part
fishing.
about this
that's right.
date is when they come out of the room where they talk about how they have ruined the sheets. Svetlana's like in a hammock reading a book and she's like, have fun. I'm just like, oh Svet, I love you. Like, can you
Worst
imagine
chaperone ever.
you're on like this date with like your bestie because you're his beta chaperone and like him and his boy are going to fucking town in this room when they're supposed to be fishing, quote unquote, and you're just like sitting in a hammock reading a book.
On the other
I
side of
love
the yacht, to be clear.
yes,
She did
yes,
not
sorry,
wanna hear
the yacht.
anything. This is a yacht.
After this though, Svetlana does say to Ilya, like, you gotta stop having sex. You
Well, you
actually
gotta
need
do
to take this.
more.
Yes, you can still have the sex, but like you gotta actually do something with this boy that doesn't end up with the two of you in a bed. So she does propose something, which we'll get into in a little bit. But Allie, who is our fourth date?
His name is Kruger, the goalie from Edmonton. He,
Mhm.
I think, sends Shane an email with tickets to this music festival.
I don't even think
And
he
then,
asks.
yeah, no, he says, "Hey, I got these. We should go." And Shane's like, "I guess, fine." Um, Shane discovers, I think, either upon arrival or after looking up the music festival, that it is like banjo folk EDM music, which does sound like hell on earth for someone with sensory issues,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
Shane Hollander. Um, and yeah, it's an outdoor music festival with music that is just a lot of noise, and it's in a crowd of people. And
Yes.
I think the entire time Shane is only thinking about how much he hates what they're doing and how unhappy he is to be there.
Kroger is
While
so happy.
Kruger is having a great time. He loves this music. He's kind of bopping, nodding his head. I think he
He's like
like
a golden
offers to
retriever.
get Shane a drink. I don't remember. And then after a while, Shane kind of just tries to last as long as he can. And then at
Mhm.
some point just tells Kruger, "I have to go. Like something else is happening. I have to go." And Kruger's like, "Oh, okay. Sure. I'll
But
walk you to the car."
but
And Kruger, I don't think he asks, or does he ask?
I think he
I
does
think he
ask.
asks. He asks Shane, "Hey, can I kiss you?" And Shane is like, "I guess, yeah, sure." And so they have a very chaste kiss, I think. Oh, Kruger is like also openly bisexual. And so
Yes.
that's why he's kind of going along with that portion of this mating thing.
Mhm.
Uh like Vonnie, super straight, does not want to kiss Shane.
No.
Kruger, bi as hell, happy to do it. Um and Shane, I think the entire time is like, not as good as Ilya's kisses.
Yeah, all he
Mhm.
can think about is realizing that, this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
For some reason, the only thing I can think of while kissing another man is my rival.
Oh
Who
no?
I've been
Oh no,
fucking.
What?
who I've been
Oh
fucking.
no?
Well, no, they're not fucking. They're just hooking up.
Okay. Fine, they're just hooking up, basically fucking, but not.
So,
Uh,
but what's
s
hilarious is that Ilya sees the paparazzi photos of them kissing and is
yes.
insanely jealous.
Yes.
And then he looks closer at some of the other photos and realizes like Shane looks like he is in hell at this date. And he immediately feels better once he realizes that, like, oh, Shane did not have a good time. It was not a date he
Yes.
enjoyed. I can do better.
Yes. Which takes
Date
us
number
back
5.
to date 5, Micah.
Is not pottery.
She's
Um
no, it is not pottery. This is the date that
uh,
Mike
suggested.
and I decided during the first recording of this
that this was
that
pottery.
surely they had gone and done pottery. And we
Yeah.
were pretty insistent. And Jacob the entire time is like, no, what the fuck?
You know what? I
It
think
was
it's a
glass.
Mandela effect. The version we downloaded at one point had pottery, and now it doesn't. It's a
I mean,
Mandela effect. I don't know.
I'll put it out there that I'm looking for a fic where there's a pottery thing that happens because
They
I'm
go on a
interested in
date and they
it's
do
not even I don't
pottery.
even think Shane is there. I think it's just Sveta and Ilya go do a pottery to paint thing and drink wine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
What is
not
it?
I don't know. We'll get someone else
What
in.
is it?
I don't know.
There is no
Damn it.
pottery.
This date though is glass blowing.
Glass blowing because
Yeah.
Svetlana says they have to do more than just hook up.
I think
God
she has a
forbid.
coupon. Or is that from the other
Probably. I don't know. That's probably
that's
from the
the other thing?
pottery. No, that's the pottery coupon.
Oh god, okay.
Regardless, they go glass blowing.
Uh-huh. And they
I don't
make their
remember.
little I think they make little critters. Um,
Yeah. It does not sound
Shane,
like they are very artistically inclined.
no. I think Shane describes them as semblances of animals and very like clearly understands that artists they are not. But he also offers, since I think Ilya will be out of town by the time they're allowed to pick these up, Shane is
Yes.
just like, I'll send it to you. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, because Ilya's in Montreal, I think, for this weekend, and then he has to go
hmm
back to Boston because he has, like, promotional commitments, and so doesn't Shane.
Responsibilities.
They're both responsible adults with very high level endorsement deals, guys. They're very busy
hmm
bitches. So, sixth date is is an interesting one because this is Jean-Louis. Jean-Louis is a doctor. He looks like Rozanoff, and he proposes in a very formal kind of way, dinner out at a Japanese French fusion restaurant.
hmm
Which, I mean, we all know Shane has like some food issues, especially diet wise. So Shane does consult the website and agrees to this date. And the day of the date, I think, is like later on from glass blowing. I think glass blowing's in the morning and then he's going on the date like that
Yeah,
night.
same
It
same
sounds
day.
like same day. So Shane is really struggling finding an outfit for said date. Um, which is kind of funny because it's a parallel to like the first episode where he's like putting on a suit
Yeah,
to
doesn't know
welcome
what to
Ilya
wear.
into his room.
Yeah.
And he kinda goes through the same thing during like, preparations for this date. He's, like, trying on all these clothes, and I don't think it's because he's nervous and or excited or like, oh my god, I'm, like, wanna see this guy." I think he's like, "This guy is, like, older than me. He's, like, established."
He's an
And I think
adult.
that's yeah, it's like an adult thing. So Shane is looking through, and he finally is like, I don't have a shirt to wear that isn't, like, some sort of athletic-y thing."
Or the one shirt
So
he always wears.
yeah, the one, like, blue fucking linen shirt that the
Yeah.
man wears. So he hunts through his drawers, finds a shirt that JJ had taken off and left at
Left
his house.
behind.
So he decides this is good. He goes to the restaurant, they meet up. Um, Jean-Louis is dressed, like, really nice, and Shane is, like, wearing sneakers. And so Jean-Louis does make a comment about he's like, "Oh, I shoulda wore sneakers too." And I was like, "Dude, are you, like, for real? Fuck off." Um, so throughout the date, like, they have dinner and they're talking about, like, Shane's hockey, and I sounds like Jean-Louis is not a hockey fan per se, like, in that he knows a lot about hockey, but, he's, like, making an effort talking to Shane about, his hockey career. Um, and, it's seemingly a very nice dinner. But again, I think Shane is like, yeah, it's a nice dinner, but like I'm not feeling a
Yeah.
lot with
And I
this.
do think a lot of the time too, he does keep thinking about like this guy, he looks a lot like Ilya. He's like tall, curly blonde hair.
Mhm.
Um, but he's like the acceptable version. Like I do think that
Yes.
he has several thoughts of like, oh, this is the version of Ilya that like my parents would accept or like the league would accept.
Right.
Um like I don't think he thinks like, oh, they wouldn't like actual Ilya. They would like Timu Ilya, who's,
Mhm.
the knockoff who doesn't play hockey and is boring as hell.
Timu Ilya. I love
Yeah.
Timu Ilya.
Timu Ilya.
Timu Ilya. But yes, so, he's kind of just vibing, but not like really feeling much of anything. They do kiss on this date.
Yes.
It's very, I think, kind of like, oh, what is the word he uses to describe it? And I can't remember.
Precise? Like I think it's a
Yeah.
fairly standard good kiss.
Yeah, because he talks about blushing a little bit.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
It's romantic and gentle, and, it's kinda like the very much
It's
a
sweet.
suitor kiss, like a
Mhm.
sweet suitor kiss.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so that's Jean-Louis,
Yeah.
and he's kinda, Team Ilya. That's the best way to
Team
describe him.
Ilya.
He's a doctor.
Yeah.
And then our 7th date. 7th date is
Rose is able to, like, come in on a layover and get lunch with Shane for, like, 3 hours, and that's the date.
Mhm.
Um, and she clocks pretty immediately, I think, that Shane is gay, or at least not interested in her, for several reasons. Um, mainly that the shirt that Shane wore to the Jean-Louis dinner, on the tag, it had a J on it. And
Yes, yes.
Ilya saw that and was almost filled with rage and, like, feralness that how dare Jean-Louis, you know, give him clothing and,
With his
uh
scent.
yeah. And then after, uh, Ilya does see Shane, and I think they, like, hook up or are hanging out or something, and Ilya makes a point
Yes.
to, like, cook for Shane and do the courting rituals. And, Ilya mentions it. He's like, "Oh, you're not gonna wear the green shirt that you wore to your Jean-Louis date?" And Shane is like, "No, because the guys, the team all made fun of me for wearing JJ's shirt." And Ilya's like, "JJ's shirt?
Mm, yes.
Not Jean-Louis?" And Shane's like, "No, it was JJ's shirt he left behind."
Yeah.
So Ilya, sunshine, sparkles, rainbow, life is worth living again. I think Shane drops him off at the airport and then
Yes,
picks
because he
up Rose
picks up
same
Rose.
trip. So as Ilya goes to, like, get his bag out of the bag, he leaves a shirt.
Mhm.
And, like, I think it was one that he had been wearing or, like, dirty laundry situation. Like, it was a shirt that smelled like him and it had the alpha scent. But because Shane is on so many suppressants, he, like, can't smell things right now, and he doesn't have a scent, which is a
Mhm.
constant source of annoyance for Ilya. But
Yes.
um Ilya is like, "I know what'll help. I'm gonna leave this shirt for Shane. It'll be great." And then later, Shane sees it back there and is like, "What the hell is this?" And he goes, finds it, tries to smell it. I think he gets a sense of Ilya. And then for comfort, he puts it on and wears it to the date with Rose.
Yes.
And
So,
so
he is going on this date with another alpha's clothing that has been scented, and he
yes.
reeks like another alpha. Like,
Well, I don't
hello.
know. He probably does. They don't describe Rose saying anything about it, but I think she kind of knows. Like, at this
Mm,
point, I think she knows before Shane that Ilya's, like, the one.
right.
She
Because I
could
think
also know because maybe we don't know, but she probably knows. I just said that word too many times.
that's
There's
not
a lot
She's
of
the
no's there.
good luck.
she's the only woman on the list.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
too.
So
Well, and in, like, omegaverse stuff, there's less emphasis on, like, sexualities. All of this,
Yes.
the focus is on designation. So
well,
it's
yeah.
less important on, like, gay, straight, whatever.
Mhm.
Um,
But it's like there's two
yeah.
guys that look like Ilya Rozanov, and one of them is Ilya Rozanov. So it's a pretty good guess who he actually wants. It's
Right.
I don't know.
probably Ilya Rozanov.
Ilya Rozanov? Do you think
Yeah.
Ilya Rozanov? Do you think that's
She would
something that
never.
he wants?
The one that's doing all of the proper courting steps without Shane realizing.
Right?
Hmm. But Shane is really touched by the gift of the shirt
Mhm.
and realizes he wants to, like, reciprocate this, right? And I don't know if he's
Yes.
working through this, like, instinctually, or if he is, like, making a mindful decision that I'm going to give him an article of my clothing that's been scented. Oh, and one of the things that happens too is as Shane and Ilya are trying to, like, figure out when they can have time together, Shane is just like, "I'll just share my calendar with you.
Mm.
You can
Yes.
be on my calendar. We'll see what overlaps and what doesn't, and we'll spend time together." And I think Shane also has a moment of, like, making fun of Ilya's calendar because he only
Yes.
uses it, I think, during the off season. because during the season, his schedule is like the same every day, so he doesn't put it on the calendar.
Right.
Something like that.
Where we know
Could be the other way
Shane
around.
has,
I
like,
don't
a
remember.
massive color-coded craziness.
Right. And so Shane is like, I'm gonna wear this sweater to the airport. They're flying to Vegas for the awards postseason. And
Mhm.
Shane is like, I'm gonna wear this sweatshirt to the airport. I'm gonna get a little sweaty in it. He doesn't have like
'Cause
a
he can't
pheromone
scent it.
scent. Yeah, he doesn't have like
Yes.
a pheromone scent because of the suppressants, and he's weaning off of those. And while that is going on, and like while Shane's on the plane and like figuring everything out, Jean Louis tries to ask Shane, like, hey, why don't you share your calendar with me and I will add dates to it?
No, no,
Yes.
no, no, no. Get
And
the fuck out of that. No.
right, like leave her alone.
Leave
But,
it.
like,
Don't even touch it. How dare
and
you?
It's the
he
audacity
asks
of it.
Rose about it because he's like,
Yeah. Is
"Is
that
it
weird?
weird?" But, like, it wasn't weird when him and Ilya were doing it because that just made sense. It's completely
Well, and
normal.
that was like
But
his
then he
idea. He offered.
Right.
He knew
And
the right color to pick for Ilya, but he can't pick the right one for Jean Louis, and
right,
it
because
makes sense.
Jean-Louis
Well,
wants
Jean
to
Louis,
actually book things in Shane's calendar.
yeah, he was
That's, I
gonna
think, the huge difference.
not ask too. I think he was like, yeah, I'll just put dates in there for us.
Yes,
And
and
Shane's
Shane's
like,
like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, back
you're
the
not
fuck
gonna
up."
respect the sanctity of my online calendar.
Right? But,
um,
like,
so Shane sets a
what?
boundary there and is like, no, I'm not doing that. No, no, it's just gonna be easier if we talk about it. And like Jean Louis acquiesces, obviously, but he's kind of like, okay, if you insist, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely like, I mean, I know we're only reading things, but I got a vibe from Jean-Louis. It's not a good vibe.
Yeah, I think he's a little more of like a traditional alpha in the sense of like,
Yes.
I am your alpha. I will make the calls. You are my omega. He
Mhm.
doesn't seem to value hockey, so he might be like that nightmare version that Ilya imagined of like, oh, Shane, now that we're mated, you shouldn't play hockey as much, especially if we're gonna like breed and have children. And then
Right.
Shane is like, what do you mean have children?
Like, what are you talking about, sir?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm one
Yeah.
of those truthers of like, if Shane gets pregnant while he's still actively playing hockey, he is going to the clinic. Like,
Yes. This is why I always subscribe to Mpreg Ilya, guys. Just saying.
right. Because Ilya's like, yeah, this is my baby. And Shane, I think, is getting Ilya to
Shane would
drive him to the
freak the
clinic.
fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Um,
I've read those
but
fics.
yes, so I think this is really interesting, this like kind of juxtaposition, if you will, between Shane and Ilya sharing a calendar and Jean-Louis wanting Ilya's doppelganger, Timu Ilya Rozanov,
Timu,
wanting Shane's
Ilya.
calendar. Um
Well, yeah, and he
and
like
like
doesn't ask. He's like, give me access to it. I'll book
yeah,
dates. And
it's very
ex-
alpha-y.
yeah, entitled. It's very entitled.
Mm,
He feels very entitled to Shane's time, his body, all the things.
yes. Timu
I
Jean-Louis.
also like that it really ties into Shane's like original character, where things are his way. He has systems. Everything goes to according to plan. He has things organized and he has a system. So
Mm-hmm.
Timu Ilya is trying to go in and edit his system, his control.
Mm,
He wants a part
Motherfucker.
of it in a way that he's going to control it. Whereas regular Ilya, good Ilya, um,
good
he just wants
Ilya.
to
The one
be
true Ilya.
he's just over there like, yeah, involve me. Like just I just want to
Mhm.
be here. You do you. I'm going to be here. Fit me in. If you can't find space, just work you I trust you. You do it. Whereas Timu Ilya is just like, no, I'm going to make it fit. I'm going to make this work. And that doesn't fly with Shane in any
Right.
alternative universe.
Right. And
Like
that
you have to go with
coincides.
his system.
Yeah. That coincides with my theory that Shane has OCD a little bit too.
He 100%. I think
Mhm.
we did this on episode 1. It's like, is Shane
Yeah,
100% has some OCD in there.
it's fine. I'm not
Yeah.
diagnosing anyone because
By the
that's
way, as
outside of my
someone with
licensure.
as someone with OCD diagnosed, Shane has OCD. That's my own canon.
You know, I'm
Me,
I'm not
like sees
diagnosing
like.
him. Yeah, but I do have a master's degree in counseling. So it's fine.
Like,
And
I'm
I
not
have a
diagnosing them,
master's
however.
degree. I
In
have a
having
master's
OCD.
degree in OCD, and Shane has OCD.
All right. For Shane and Ilya in Vegas, Jeka, what's the big thing?
So obviously, it is the awards. Things are going on.
Yeah.
The whole time through all these dates, everything that's been happening, Shane and Ilya have been texting and communicating and
Hooking up.
hooking. Well, they hook up until Ilya flies out, and then they're still communicating and they're
Yeah.
still planning. And obviously, Shane has scented in his own way a sweater for Ilya. Um, and they basically hit Vegas, and Vegas is steamy.
Yeah.
Like, OMG.
This is the first
Um,
time that they're going all the way.
yes. Yes, they are going. Um, and there's you get a bit of chirping back and forth, all these things with I think some of Ilya's teammates are there, and they're playing blackjack and stuff at the casino. So like we had a little bit of this like, pre hookup. Like Ilya's
Mhm.
doing his thing. But he's still talking to Shane. He's still communicating to Shane. And Shane talks about like moisturizer in his face. Like he's really wanting to take care of Ilya. And he even says, like, come to my room and I'll fix whatever the hell's going on with your face. Cause
Yeah.
Ilya is, dry as fuck or something.
And they do have a little
Um,
bit of a hookup then.
yes, but
I
they
think
don't go all the
the
way because they
shower
have they
blowjobs.
have to get ready for the awards. Like
Well, Shane
it's an hour
specifically
or something like
too
that.
is like, let's do something like let's make it special. We'll do it after the awards is
Yes.
like the ultimate reward. Award.
Right.
Reward. Whatever.
For because we're both gonna get awards. Like they know that
Yes.
there are awards that they're getting. Um, Ilya wins MVP, as is canon, I think. And that is where they're kind of still chirping a little bit, little flirty, going through like the after party kind of thing. They're like, okay, like goodbye, friends. Toodaloo. They're leaving the party. And Shane has to go grab this sweater because he wants to give it to Ilya. But he does kind of have a bit of a panic attack on the way
What?
to Ilya's room.
Shane have a panic attack?
Quelle surprise.
Wait.
He is on, I think he actually gets to the floor where Ilya's room is. And he, like, I don't know, I think he hears like sounds and he's just like, he's overwhelmed basically. Um, he's just like, oh, holy shit. Like, I think it's like
It's because he has that first moment of, like, feeling
Ilya's
proud and
like,
is like, "Look at
yeah,
my alpha,"
Yes.
and it
yes, that's what
stops
it
him
is.
dead.
It's like tuna melt energy a little bit of like, oh, I just called him my alpha.
Like,
I just used his
he
name.
realized he just
Yeah.
accepted him as, like, an alpha worth being
Oh,
proud of, I think what he says.
yeah, he was proud of him
Yes,
for winning the award, my alpha.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
right. And so he has a panic attack, in in a closet of all things, and he's like, ready to like text Ilya and say like, no, I'm not coming. Then he says like these facts that help ground him, I guess. Um, and he's like, fact one, I texted Ilya that I'm coming. Fact two, I tried to send this sweater for him. And fact three, I want him to fuck me. So,
Hey.
like,
Those
once
are
he
his
kind of, like,
grounding facts.
yeah, puts them in his head and, like, decides it yes. He's like, "Okay, okay. I'm going for it. These are the things I want." And then he actually goes to, um into
The
the room,
sweet. Yeah.
and yeah, it's hot. Um,
Ilya wanted to make it
ugh,
special. And
He did.
he did.
He did. Um,
He
but
unwraps him
Shane is
like a
so
gift.
Yeah.
but before that, Shane has no idea how to present this sweater to Ilya, which I think is hilarious because Shane is very, like, suppressed in his omega instinct, so he just kinda, like, shoves it at him, which I think is so
He's like,
weird, but so Shane.
yeah, he's like, some part of me really wants you to have this sweater. But I'm not
Right?
listening to that part. But also, I did bring you the sweater.
And, like and Ilya's like, "What is this?" And he's, like, blushing, and he's, like, completely flustered, which I love because
Yeah.
he wanted to give his alpha a present, and, like, he knows he can't scent it, and he's, like, struggling, and so there's, like, a lot of internal monologue on this, which I love. The thing I have to say I love about this, scene is Ilya oils Shane up
Mm, Oily.
like
Well, to
like a
help him relax,
Greek god.
he does like a little massage first, right?
Yes, yes.
Just to get him in the mood.
He wants to
But,
take
like, I
his time. He's gonna
yeah.
unwrap him. He's gonna unwrap him like a gift. He wants to take his time and like really show him that he's patient and that he
Mhm.
cares about him.
Yes. Because like, we've seen the dates. He's by far the alpha with the most dates, and the alpha Shane has interacted with the most over this entire, I don't know, however many week period, between hookups and texting and all of this. And Ilya is trying to really present himself as the best option for Shane.
Mhm.
And I think, this like adoration of Ilya towards Shane, because in reality, Shane has won some awards, but like Ilya got the big award. So in Shane's head, like it should be Ilya being like the receiving end of like this. But
Like
Ilya's
worship?
like, yeah. And he's like, absolutely not. I am worshiping the fuck out of you. I'm going to oil you up. I'm going to like take care
Say
of you.
poetry. He
Yeah.
recites like
Yes.
poetry. He starts telling him he's carved from gold,
I
that
think it's all in Russian though,
he
so I don't know if
it
Shane knows
is.
Yes.
that.
Side note to the author's note.
Right? So, like, they have mind-blowing sex.
Correct.
Um, Both of them comment multiple times on like, "Oh, holy shit. Like, what the fuck?" Ilya has this very long and Russian monologue that Mike, I'll let you talk about the author's note about that because I think it's really important. Um, but then the chapter ends with basically like Ilya coming.
Yeah.
That's it, the end.
They end at the
That's
same time. They
that's
Yep,
finish.
it. It's done,
yep.
and I definitely can tell you, I didn't realize that this was the last chapter when I was reading it, and
Oh
I
no.
I scrolled, as I'm on my phone and I'm reading this fic, and, Ilya comes and I look and there's no next chapter button,
Ugh.
and I'm like, "What?
What?
But 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 what do you mean?" And this is one
No
thing, I know
aftercare for
some
us?
No,
right? Like,
nothing.
I'm feeling left out here. And
No.
some people, this is why they don't like whips, because that I am a whip hoe.
Yeah,
If
I love a
it's a
whip.
work in progress, fuck, load me up because I get a little dopamine hit whenever my inbox is popping out those AO3 chapter updates. So I think I probably have like 6 pages of whips that I'm following, which I love.
You can watch me read a whip and you can watch me nay nay. I'm
Jesus
just
Christ, Micah.
that's the most millennial thing
Right
I've
to
ever
jail.
said. I'm
Straight to
sorry.
jail.
Oh
Well,
my god.
I will
Absolutely not.
quit the podcast. This is my retirement. I will now see myself.
You get in the
You
closet.
are not allowed to quit the podcast. We've been
You
over this.
can't
I told
quit
you.
because none of us know how to video edit. But
Or
we
do
are
social
taking your
media.
mic away. We're taking your mic away.
We're
Okay,
gonna
I'm just
mute
gonna
you for a
unplug
hot
it.
second.
Yeah.
Just
But I have to talk about the author's note.
you
Yeah,
do
tell
have
us
to
about
talk
the
about the
other
We
others.
have to go
note.
back
Yes.
to the Russian poetry because
Tell
Yes.
us.
the out of all the author's notes, like if like If you
They're
haven't
funny.
read the author's note, you have to go back through and reread all the author's notes in the beginning and the end. They are so funny.
Mhm.
But in this
They're
last chapter
so
specifically, the author said the Russian in this chapter was painstakingly scraped together with a dictionary, the knowledge that Russian M dashes are sometimes used in place of to be, are, is, and then run by a native Russian speaker who asked me, and I quote, "Are you trying to bag a Slavic baddie?" And then she told me whoever I was putting all this effort in for better appreciate me acting like a Victorian era suitor writing letters and sending them by pigeon, which I am choosing to interpret as a sign that I did all right with the linguistics.
Yes.
Because some of
Yes.
those Russian quotes, they have them translated in here, are things like, "You are carved from gold. You bow to no one. You are king, but you give yourself to me. Your face holds 1,000 stars, and I want to know each one." Like he just goes like
Loverboy.
he
Loverboy.
like
Hashtag
oh my god.
journalism.
Like,
Ilya has
this is
that
where we
PhD in
really see that,
journalism for
like,
sure.
yearning. Like, Ilya has fallen for this boy.
Mm.
He is down. Like, it started when he realized at the Alpha Ball, like, I think even in the beginning, he was kinda like, "I don't fucking care, like, the NHL just put me here, I didn't put myself here, I have to be here," and then
Mhm.
he sees all these other alphas, and he's like, "These are not Shane Hollander worthy alphas. Like, what
Only
the fuck
I.
is
Only I am worthy.
I I am a Shane Hollander worthy alpha. Like, what is going on?" And so that's like we see that initial fall, and then this like absolute worship of Shane.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I think like in that same just before he starts talking like this absolute fucking Victorian Slavic baddie, like he's talking about like following the lines of Shane, the curve of Shane's hip
Oh, yeah.
with his tongue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my dude,
Loverboy.
lover boy. It is hot. Hot
Mhm.
as fuck.
And then he just, like,
Um,
pours the entire, like, pitcher of oil over him.
yes. Yes, he does. And the other thing I really love about this is again, throughout this whole sexual encounter, he is still checking in. Is it okay? Are
Mhm.
you okay? I mean, Ilya is a consent king. We love,
Mhm.
and we're still seeing it. Like, and he's like, Shane, can I? Can we do this? Can we? And he knows that, Shane is still figuring out. Um, but he's fully ready to stop if Shane says no. Because
Right.
Shane has said no in the past
Yeah,
to
just to
to phone
going all the way.
sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's never that, expectation or entitlement. There's none of that alpha posturing, like, with
No.
Shane. And I think Shane has realized that Ilya's the one who isn't treating him like an omega, in a sense.
Yes. Also, Shane learns a little Russian.
Doesn't he say please in Russian?
He says please in
Ugh.
Russian.
And Ilya
So
goes crazy.
Loses
oh,
his mind.
absolutely.
Isn't
It
that,
is
like, when he
like
finishes?
pretty much,
Kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like or like things definitely like take a turn. Because Shane says it like when he's pulling Ilya's curls and like Ilya's brain just goes because he is like,
Record
"What did
scratch.
you say? Like what?" And then of course Shane is in his head like, "Did I say it wrong? Was it not right?" Like and Ilya's like, "I don't what? What? Where did you learn this?"
Who told you? Who taught you this?
Like, "Who is teaching you Russian that isn't me?" And, like, he's starting to get jealous
Yeah.
because, like, he's like, the fuck is showing Shane Hollander how to curl his tongue and move his throat around the sounds to say a please? Is it fucking Andropov? Ilya's gonna kill him. He's a third line defenseman Montreal doesn't need. And then Ilya or Shane says, like, it's a YouTube Russian channel or something. And, like, he's just like, "Oh,
Okay,
okay."
Ilya's like, "Murder canceled."
Do it
Uh,
again
say it again. Oh, we're in the middle of something. Let's finish that.
and end
Right?
scene.
And
And then, yeah, that's it. And so I was very sad to say when at the very end there was no next chapter, um, which is sad. Not that I want to pressure the author for a chapter, but hot
we're
damn,
ready.
we're
We
ready
love you. Take your time.
I
whenever
cannot
you are
wait for
ready
more.
We hope your injury has
to.
recovered.
Yes,
There's
Oh
an
yeah,
author's
I
note.
hope
they hurt
They
themselves,
like sprained their hand slash wrist.
it's
Um,
better.
yeah,
right?
But also take your time because like hand injuries suck.
yeah.
Agreed.
And also kudos to
Uh,
typing on your phone. Like
Oh
if
God,
I need to know, like I know in
God
the
sprained
last
his
author's
shoulder.
note, yeah, I know. Like it says, in typing on my phone. If you type this whole thing on your phone, please confirm because
mhm.
all the kudos to you.
We'll make
I
you a
can't
Canva
imagine.
award.
Yeah, like I cannot
Uh-huh.
imagine.
I
Like
legitimately would probably throw
I don't
my
have
phone.
yeah, I don't have the focus to like write this like intensely on a phone. I need like full keyboard. So like kudos to you. I'd get distracted. I'd be on threads. I'd be reading something. I
Right?
can't do it.
See, for me, writing requires the big people internet.
Oh yeah,
It's
there's
not a little
small
it's
phone.
not a small
Who's doing
internet thing.
dishes?
That is my dog in the background,
Your
who
dog does dishes?
no, my husband put a
Your
pot.
husband's a dog?
Husband. My husband put a pot from his supper down, and the dog is like getting rambunctious and like basically wandering over this pot.
Oh my gosh.
And I
Are
I,
Well,
I
they
tell
don't mean
him we're
pot as
doing
in
a
the
podcast.
cannabis.
are they
You
I
gave
subtly
mean
your
letting
dog
you
pot.
know?
pot?
No,
Subtly letting you know that they want you to stop being on mic.
pretty much. Like I don't know what it is. Like for the most part, my dog has been asleep, and now he's like getting all rambunctious. Like not even my cats have wandered into the recording of the pod.
Your
All
dog's
right.
doing dishes?
Right?
Pre-watch.
Yes.
All
Pre
right.
Those
So
Canada
very
dogs are
much
different,
pre-washed.
man. They're right a prisoner.
I've never. Oh, okay. I was
Oh my
like,
god.
right of prisoner, and I was reading it or hearing it as RITE, and I'm like, what fantasy magic AU is this?
Oh god.
And the answer is it's not. It's the most
Now we've ended with Ilya
ending,
finally getting his
finishing.
Finishing.
Hey.
finishing. They finally, had sex. We don't know where it's going. We're excited to see what's happening. I immediately subscribed to this fic, so I am waiting for the day that the next chapter, pings into my inbox, and then I will probably gobble it up and want more. So that's just me. That's how I read. But let's talk spice, guys, because this is a little bit more spicy than some of the ones we've read in the past, but not as spicy as some of the other ones. So, what are your pepper ratings?
I think I said it was like Mexican hot chocolate. Was that this fic?
Yes. And
Even though
because
I hate
you don't like
cinnamon.
cinnamon.
Even though
Yeah.
I
Yes.
hate cinnamon, I understand that it's good for people sometimes. And it's a personal preference. I'd rather not. It's fine. But I feel like this fic, it starts pretty tame, with Mexican hot chocolate. It's, you know, very rich and chocolatey and smooth. And then as you drink it, that spiciness of the cinnamon starts to build. And
Hmm.
then even if we think about too, like it's probably kind of based off of like the indigenous hot chocolate, like the Aztecs had with like actual chilies or s- spicy things in the chocolate.
Hmm.
So that's kind of the vibe that I feel like is my chili pepper index for this fic. It's Mexican hot chocolate slash moving into like what is the basic
Aztecian,
chili? Yeah, like Aztec chocolate, but like it starts with a C chili.
a sea chili.
No, it's there's a name of a chili.
Cayenne,
Cayenne. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
I was like the sea chili.
the
Yeah.
sea chili. Chili starts
Sorry.
with a C.
I have brain
Like,
damage. I've had COVID like 4 times. I have brain damage.
oh
It's
Lord.
fine. Don't it's line of work. It's fine. So yeah, Mexican hot chocolate with the cinnamon, veering into the Aztec hot
Cayenne.
chocolate with
The cayenne pepper.
the cayenne pepper. So,
'Kay.
that's my vibes.
Micah, what is your pepper vibe?
At first, I was gonna go with an actual pepper, but then I realized, you know what? This is our podcast and we make the rules, and this is just for fun anyway.
Mhm.
So my spicy pepper rating is going to be Buffalo Wild Wings Asian Zing sauce. Um, because one,
Okay.
I love it, and two, because when you first start consuming it, it's sweet. It's a little spicy, but it's not that bad. You know, you kind of get through it. But then like you eat another uh wing and it's a little more spicy. And you eat another one and it gets more spicy. And then by the time you're done with your plate, so like chapter 11, your mouth is on fire. And there's like
Yeah.
that vine playing in the background that says, you know, he needs some milk. And that's how you're feeling. And no one brings you milk and you're just left hanging. And that's like chapter 11. So,
Ooh, good one, good
yeah.
one.
And we love that
So
journey for us.
w sometimes we do. So mine is gonna kinda, I think, align a little bit with Micah's, but slightly different. So I'm gonna pick a red Thai pepper for mine, which is probably, I'm guessing, a little bit of the basis of probably your sauce. So red Thai peppers are slightly sweeter and more fruity, but then they provide a deep and lingering heat. And I think that is where we kind of started with this fic. It was a little innocent at first with the mating ball and, excuse me, the bachelors. But then we started to get more heat, a little bit more spice, as you know, especially Ilya and Shane continue hooking up during the weekend in Montreal. And then ultimately we have Vegas, which is full on intense heat. And I love it.
Beautiful.
Sponsors.
Yeah. I'd like
Mine was a
to
drink.
thank my sponsors, Fountain Diet Coke,
Yes.
where it's like extra spicy carbonation Fountain Diet Coke.
Mm.
Mhm, mhm.
Because my head was feeling weird earlier, and now it's not because I had a Diet Coke, and that's
There you go.
science.
It cures
Solves all the
everything.
problems.
Yeah,
I did that
science.
yesterday. Jago, what's your sponsor?
My sponsor is going to be the cold pizza left over from Pizza Delight when I had lunch at the album launch party in Florenceville, Bristol. The fact that I was able to eat that while waiting to record the podcast, and it was satisfying as fuck. Cold pizza for the win.
Yay. Micah?
My sponsor is going to be the nitro cold brew coffee I ordered tomorrow morning
Oh,
Mm,
uh, from Dunkin'.
yeah.
And
yes.
I'm going to get their strawberry cold foam on top.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
I'm going to come home. I'm going to sit down at my desk and I'm going to edit this podcast. And that's
Are
going to be my
you
Sure.
sponsor.
are you really trying to embody like a Boston Ilya Rozanoff because it's a Duncan?
Mhm. 'Cause Dunkin'.
I can hit 4 Dunkins with a stone from my house.
That's
So,
beautiful.
Nice,
yes.
I don't think
I
there's
don't
nice.
one
live
in a
in
house of my own.
Boston. I think I'm too Italian for Boston. I'm not Italian, by the way. I'm not, but,
Someone said you were, and it was
my
funny.
husband says I'm Italian. I'm not Italian, but
Oh, wait, there's one that's
I
10 minutes away. I'll go to that.
I embody that of a Boston
Mhm.
person, allegedly in real
Mhm,
life,
mhm.
but I'm also Italian, so yes, theoretically, if Ilya Rozanoff was Bostonian and Italian, yes.
I I do feel like there's a universe where part of Ilya's, like, sponsorships is that he does Dunkin' commercials.
Oh,
Mhm.
totally, 'cause that boy be living on
100%.
Dunkin'
Yeah.
in Boston. No
He's the star
doubt.
center for the Boston Raiders, of course, they're
Yeah,
gonna be drinking Dunkin'.
Yep.
100%, 100%.
Right.
Um,
Finish the
so what are
podcast.
we reading? What are
Oh,
we reading,
fuck.
guys? What are we reading?
I'm reading Write a Prisoner by, I don't
Yes.
have it pulled up on my browser, but if you haven't
Lucifer.
seen it, yes, if you haven't seen it on social media, do not have threads and like, how have you not seen it? But Ilya's a prisoner and he is down in hole and not all the time, but
Explain what that
sometimes.
means. Explain what that means.
Yes.
Oh, that means
Yes.
he's down in the bad place. He's down in like the dungeon of the prison.
Solitary confinement
Confinement.
He
is the
did
technical term. Solitary
he did
confinement.
bad. He
Yes.
did bad.
Scott,
He in
he angered
hole.
the guard, Scott Hunter.
Because he's a dinosaur and he's in
Sure.
hole and
Yeah.
poor Shane is just doxing himself.
To be clear,
But
Micah's just quoting the fic.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's why they're
yeah,
talking like this.
yes. I
In
am in
case
hole.
people
Sad
don't have
face.
context.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yep. That
Fun
is what
fact
I'm reading.
for Write a Prisoner. The link that Shane doxes himself with in the fic.
Wait,
It's a
wait.
Pizza Hut.
What if someone hasn't read it?
That's
Let
not our
Well, that's why I
problem.
was being
Oh.
vague, guys.
Yeah, they could have stopped listening. You're right.
I was being vague. I was just going to say the
You
link
can
that
edit out the bit where I spoil it, even though I haven't
Our
read that part of the fic.
entire podcast episode is literally just us spoiling the entirety of a fic, and here I am at the end going, "Guys, don't spoil anything."
Finish the podcast.
But
You
yes,
gotta finish.
sorry. The thing that I was gonna say a fun fact is that is the Pizza Hut near my husband's parents' house. So when I opened it up, I'm like, wait a second, I know where this is.
This Pizza Hut's familiar to me.
Yes. So that was my funny thing. Allie, what are you reading? Or what were
So
you reading last week when you were
last week, apparently, I was reading a college AU fic called "The Shape of Your Grip" by Bone Petals.
Ooh,
And
nice.
it's where Shane is the hockey player and is rushing a fraternity,
Mhm.
and he thinks that this will give him the necessary social ties to do well in the NHL. And there's like a petite scandal in Shane's past that he's trying to
Mhm.
overcome, which is why he's not in the NHL yet. And so he thinks that rushing in this fraternity and getting these connections will help him. And
Mhm. Mhm.
Ilya is a physiology student who is the fraternity's social planner and
Valid. I can see that.
is studying. I think he said he was going to be a doctor or a
Ooh.
anyway. But he's having to deal with like his father and his independence and his trauma, and he decides to focus on um forcing the most uptight person he's ever seen to relax. And they try to just be distractions to each other, situationships, whatever. It goes off the rails.
It never works.
It's Shane and Ilya. What are you gonna do?
Right.
But that's what I was reading last week. And this week I'm just trying to um, you know, catch up on all the fics, and I'm continuously always trying to finish reading frequently secretly fond of each other.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um I'm only 25% of the way through. I
Oh my
started
god,
over
I
at one
devour
point
them.
because it was a few days and I couldn't remember what happened. So
Mhm.
I'll get there. I
As one
have to
does.
read also chapter 4 of the fic I'm helping write.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes.
Micah's fic.
Imagine actually reading it.
Reading.
The thing you're involved in
I wrote
that
the
Right?
DMs. I
you
read
have
those.
I
gifted
wrote the
me
DMs. I love it.
you've gifted me the brain cell that I
Yeah.
needed to imagine not reading that. It's been out for hours.
I was
I read
busy.
it as
I
soon
know.
as I got home. It was waiting in my inbox after the album release. And when I got home and before I had my nap, I read
Like, I know what happens because I was the one who said, let's make it sad.
it.
Yeah,
Well,
but
there
you
you go.
didn't know what happened in the beginning, all the middle details. Those are just I just
There's
fill all
details.
those in.
There's
I'm
extra
sure.
bits
No,
you need.
yeah, this is true. I supply a tiny seed that's not even the seed of like the actual fic. I just give ideas. And then Micah's like, "Oh, I will interweave them into this narrative and add sparkles."
Let's add
And then we're
angst.
and then
Yeah,
we're
I'm
all
like,
like,
"What if
"Oh
oh, I have
god."
an idea." The saddest thing you've ever heard.
Yeah,
It's being well
this is true.
received.
Good.
It's being
This is
very
true.
well
I
received.
should go read all the comments and just
They're
apologize.
great. They're great.
They're fantastic.
Okay, we gotta finish the podcast, you guys.
We do need
Yeah.
to
Oh,
finish
yeah.
the
We were still
podcast.
doing a podcast.
That's my bad.
Right.
That one's on me. I'll take that one.
I think we're all done, minus the if you want to find us, we're on social media at Heated Archives Podcasts. And if you can't find
Mhm.
us, let me know. And we're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple. And if you found us anywhere else, let me know. Because you shouldn't.
Because
Don't know
something has
how.
gone terribly wrong.
Yep.
And we need to fix that.
Yeah.
If you have questions, comments, concerns, keep them to yourself. No.
No.
No, you can DM us on Threads or
You don't know
any
who you'll
sort of
get.
social media.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're lucky, it won't be me. Sorry. I don't know what's happening.
Guys, this is what I have to deal with. I
So
gotta keep
tight.
you two on track. Like,
Impossible.
honestly. Also, because we are now recording this secondly, second
For a
time?
second time.
The second time.
For a second time. There we go. Just a shout out for what we're reading this week because I think we're all reading the same damn thing. Yes, yes. Bro.
Straight
Bro.
boys.
Bro.
Straight bros
Yeah,
live.
bro.
Super Straight Bros Live.
My
We're
body
all
is
Yeah, bro.
sucked
reacting
into
to the
this.
time.
My
The
body is
body is
reacting to
reacting.
the time.
Is that what it is?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Bro.
Yeah, I think we've all
Bro.
broed ourselves out. If you have not read it, OMG, you need to
Go
read
read it.
it. Go read it. Just do it. It's great. But yeah, so that's our this week fic. It's a bonus fic for our bonus
The zeitgeist.
pre-record.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So Mikey, you can just grab that wherever.
Slapping the theme music.
Slap it in. I want a gent put it in. I'm not gonna just
No, we're
just
slapping.
slap it in.
Oh, we're being violent.
I don't know how it
Apparently.
goes. Okay.
We're on episode number how many and you don't know how it goes? It's fine. I don't either.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't tell me I had to, memorize the exit sounds.
God forbid.